All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today, or tonight, rather. Sorry. Let me know how it sounds. Trap Squad. Yeah. Listen. I'm always doing something to the last minute. I always look at the clock and I'm like, I got enough time, and then I'm scrambling trying to make thumbnails and shit. So yeah, I'm always keeping myself busy, but I have poor time management skills. I keep everything like close to the vest or close to the edge. I do it to myself all the time. But anyway, let's see. So tonight, guys, I don't want to say that it's a direct pattern or an accurate pattern what we're seeing. I mean, listen, like I said in the video, anything over three is a pattern. It's no longer a coincidence. But when you look at the numbers on a larger scale, and when I mean the numbers, I'm talking about the things that go on in this country. Um, Certain things can definitely look conspiracy theorish, and other things are probably part of the plan. I like to think both, and it's hard to think both to stay in the middle. But um, it seems like there's always a rash of things that happen together, sort of like when famous people die, right? When one famous person dies, we all look at the TV set and we're like, how many more are going to die next? Like it always happens in threes or more. But these incidents that are going on, I find it interesting that it's at least the Ohio incident is affecting the water, right, and the groundwater and animals. So it's it definitely looks like a pattern, but is it? And that's what we're here to discuss tonight. So, uh, me personally, I think it is, but I also like to think rationally. I like to think that, on the other side of that, the train tracks, if you will, no pun intended. Um, I like to think both ways. I don't want to sit there and be 100%. This shit is happening, guys, and we're all going to die tomorrow. I also don't want to dismiss it, right, altogether. So that's what we're going to be talking about now. So now, apparently, the video, it's I know a lot of you guys were breaking my balls when I said Tuscan, Arizona. And after I did the video, I'm like, it's not Tuscan, Arizona. It's fucking Tucson. But I wasn't going to change the whole video for one word. So I said, I'll get my balls broken for about 6 weeks and I'll be fine. Um, it sucks, though, when you get like one thing wrong. You know that the ball breaking storm is going to come behind it. But it's fine. Hopefully you guys got what I said. But there's a lot of comments. It's not Tuscan. And I'm like, it's not Italy either, right? It's Arizona. But whatever. Um, so, with that, guys, let's get the night started. Also, later tonight, what the fuck? Seriously? Sorry. Later tonight on the Angry Truth channel, we're going to be talking about collapse of society. Listen, guys, there's a lot of shit going on. A lot. Bill Gates has been talking. Bill Gates has been talking too much. Bill Gates has been throwing all kinds of ideas out there about using AI to get rid of disinformation, putting arm tickets in the meat, telling the population that they need to eat less meat because it'll save the environment and save the climate. So he's been talking way too much. Um, yeah, someone's gonna have to wrap him in the mouth, but that's another subject for another day. Trap Squad, man, thank you for the donation. Trap Squad, no, I didn't. I listen. I can't keep track of all of this shit that's going on. I mean, listen, there are other channels that are on it, but yo, again, like I said, there's a lot going on, guys. There's just so many things going on this planet, in space, fucking in the elites world, in my world, in your world, in your personal lives. There's so many things going on. It's hard to keep track of it all, and I'm trying to stay on top of it. So, like the teachers thing, I'll be talking about that a little later tonight on the Angry Truth channel as well. The teachers, problematic teachers, because it links to something else. Catholics also being targeted by the FBI as well. We're going to talk about that later tonight on the Angry Truth channel. Uh, as far as the Angry Purple channel, we're just going to talk about the patterns that we're starting to see. And here's the one thing about the chemical spills or releasing into the air. Um, the problem is there needs to be a bigger event. This event that happened in Ohio was pretty big, but I think you need one more. That's going to absolutely destroy our entire water supply. Um, if we keep on the path that we're on now, we're definitely doing that. I mean, we're doing that now, but you're definitely going to see that firsthand. Also, in the video earlier today, when I talked about the placards on the hazmat placards, I did get that wrong. So 20 years ago, dating myself, 21 years ago, when I took a short hazmat course with EMS and fire, um, companies didn't have to put placards on whatever they were hauling, whatever hazmat they were hauling. It was suggested, but they didn't have to. So I go on the website. I'll tell you what website I was on, because I felt such like a motherfucker. I lost the page. I was on. Oh wait, I could show. I could look on here and see whether or not. Let's see. Nope, lost that on there too. All right, whatever. So anyway, I was on some kind of federal site, and they were talking about how a lot of changes have been made in the last few years, and I'm like, there it is. So a lot of you guys who are truckers were correcting me, so I do appreciate that, by the way. And yeah, it a lot of shit has changed, and they said the last several years. So I was like, wow. I was thinking old school, and that taught me a lesson because shit does change, and just because I thought I knew some shit from 20 years ago doesn't mean shit doesn't change. So if anything's over, I would say a couple of years, you should definitely update yourself on whatever the hell you're looking up, right? So anyway, that being said, I do apologize for getting that wrong, and I'm gonna move forward with updating my shit. Keeping up to date on what's going on. It's just fucking hard, dude. Not hard. It's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, guys. So Michigan train derailment. We saw that was another train that was derailed in Michigan, though there were no hazardous materials spilled, according to the authorities and the officials in the area. It was transporting hazardous materials, and if it was done on purpose, they failed. The train derailment occurred 8:45 in the area of Huron River Drive between Martinsville and Haggerty Road in Van Buren Township, about 30 miles downtown from west downtown of Detroit. Aerial footage shows 6 cars off the rail, which is pretty much nothing, and the accident damaged the tracks and caused several sets of wheels to detach from the cars. Again, no hazardous materials were leaked out. So that's a good thing, but I would like to know what the hazardous materials were. Just because it didn't derail, I'd like to know what it was so that we could have gauged how bad that situation could have been. All right. Ohio, we saw that train derailment. 150 cars derailed in East Palestine. You guys know this on October 3rd, February 3rd, and 20 of the cars were carrying hazardous materials, and all of those spilled and turned into a shit show that we saw over the last last 2 weeks, rather, right? Or 10 days. Sorry, 10 days. Ohio right now was the biggest incident, and then you had the Arizona turnover. That was a big incident because it was just one tanker, and yes, one tanker could do a lot of damage. We've seen zombie movies, but it was one tanker leaking nitric acid, and that happened 10 or 11 days, 10 days after the Ohio incident. Now, somebody did correct me in a video I did on the Angry Pro, a short I did. It was windy that day, so I'm being told. And in Tucson, it's pretty windy, and that's why the truck overturned. Now, it wasn't a tanker; it was a truck carrying barrels, right? So that does make a huge difference. But I'd like to know what barrels they were using that it fucking cracked. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the wind blew it over that hard. But there was a hazardous leak. People were told to shelter in place and or evacuate. I don't know what the radius was for this, so we shall see. Mad Mama, listen, people are waking up. They're waking up slowly. Um, but listen, this is going to sound heartless, but heartless I shall be. You don't want everybody to wake up. You don't want the stupid people to wake up. How about that? Um, we are seeing an unimaginable amount of stupidity going on. We don't need the stupid people to wake up. Let them sleep. Let's play them lullabies and fucking more milk and cookies and let them just never wake up. Let them be one of the idiots, right? Uh, sorry. Lorif. Where was what? There was the Arizona nitric acid I was talking about. There was the Ohio incident or the Michigan derailment. There was also a Texas derailment. We'll get into that in a little bit. Not quite yet. Also, guys, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. If you're feeling nasty today, hit the thumbs down. If you're feeling good, hit the thumbs up. We can do it that way. If you just don't like looking at me, but you can't turn it off, then hit the thumbs down. That'll satisfy you. It's like, I can't stop looking at this asshole, so let me give him a thumbs down. People think weirdly. 200-mile radius. We're on. It was a 200-mile radius they wanted evacuated. That's a lot, Benton Benton. Unless they're worried about a 200-mile radius, then that makes more sense. But I was talking about the Arizona incident. I don't know what the radius on that was. They said they wanted people to shelter in place and evacuate. Matter of fact, while we're on the subject of sheltering in place, there's a lot, guys. So I'm going to do a video on it, and there's a lot that's going to be information in this video I'm going to put out. But you got to a shorter version of that video. You got to assess your situation, right? That's the first and foremost thing that needs to happen when you are planning to bug out or shelter in place, whatever. Or if you can't bug out, obviously you're going to shelter in place. But you have to, again, assess your situation. That is the most important thing, right? If you have, again, an autistic kid that you cannot take on the road because he is used to a certain regimen, then you're going to have to stay put. If you have an elderly person that can't move, you're going to have to stay put. So you're going to have to shelter in place. And I know that there's elderly people who are just too stubborn to leave, not going to move, and they're going to shelter in place as well. Listen, I think if you have two legs and you can move, fucking move. Don't stay put. Don't do it to yourself. But if you have no choice, then you have no choice. You know, that I understand. But I would rather if people fucking bugged out. But that's, again, that's me. All right. So, sorry. So again, guys, with all of this shit going on, people need to start thinking about bugging out. That's the other thing. If you can't, you can't. But if you can, start thinking about it. If you were one of these homes, one of these people that were in Ohio, for example, or Arizona, you were going to have to bug out. I can't see a lot of you guys who are healthy individuals who could put a pack on their back and move. I can't see you guys going, fuck that, I'm not leaving, this is my home. That is the dumbest way to think. Especially if you know that this toxic chemical is going to make your dick fall off or you're going to grow an extra nipple. You need to leave. Listen, I don't want an extra nipple, and I'm 1,000% sure a second penis isn't going to look good. So, with that being said, guys, you got to leave. Also, you got to think about your kids. You don't want your kids having fucking Siamese twin babies joined at the fucking head, right? So you got to get out of there. This is why we talk about bugging out. And there has been, Alexandra the Great, man, thank you for the donation, and very good. She got a big check yesterday. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is why, guys, we bug out because of situations like this. There has been a anti-bug out movement sort of emerging in the YouTube universe. And I'm like, why? Why the fuck would you be like, I'm not going anywhere? I got my guns and I got my macaroni and cheese. Who gives a shit, dude? If it gets real, if something like this happens, you got to leave. It doesn't make sense to stay. It's just it's above me to fucking want to sit there and leave. Um, like I said, guys, if you could bug out, bug the fuck out. Staying put is like the dumbest thing to do, especially if you're young enough to do it. You know, no, and granted, guys, your pets got to go, right? Your pets have to go with you. That's the other thing. When you're bugging out, when you're evacuating, take your fucking pets with you. Don't be a prick and leave it behind. Obviously, if you have chicken, horses, like livestock, then yeah, you can't take it with you. That fucking unfortunately has to, that unfortunately has to happen. But your dogs and your cats, find them and fucking put them in the car. You know, and you should already have a bug out plan for your pets. You should know, for example, cats. You should know where the hell your cats are. You should absolutely have an idea where your cat hangs out so that you can go to that spot or go to those spots when you're looking for them. Now, if the shit is crazy, then you might have to leave the cat behind. But your dog is always going to follow you around, right? Always going to follow you. So just keep that in mind. And that I was looking at that. I was looking at South America as a bug out, because they are least likely to get hit by nukes, and yeah, they're just least likely to get hit by a lot of shit. JP Arizona, yeah, we were talking about the derailment in Detroit, or Michigan rather, the state of Michigan, outside of Detroit, 100-mile radius. Open a can of tuna. Yeah, that's true. Too. I know some cats. If you shake the box of food, they'll come running out of fucking nowhere. They just seem to materialize, and there they are. You could do that. Then you grab them, catch them, motherfucker, and then you throw them in the cage, and you get the fuck out of there, right? But again, guys, bug the fuck out. Now, if you can't bug out, what's going on, Jordan? If you can't bug out, then obviously you're gonna have to start putting up plastic, over your plastic covers over your window. Make sure those plastic sheetings are cut to your windows, so you're not sitting there stammering and oh my god and trying to cut the shit and fucking it up. Have them pre-cut already for your window. Have duct tape already ready to rock and roll. Know where this kit is. I would rather guys, you guys take your pre-cut plastic sheetings and number them. One. Two, because sometimes the windows are a tad bit off size, and sometimes in houses you have different size windows, right? So you should know which ones are for which. First floor, and then you tag them 1 through 4, right? And 4 would be like the odd shaped window in the front of the house, right? So, and then the number 5 would be like the small little window above the sink in the kitchen. So you would definitely number them, and you would put them in order of how you're going to seal up your home, from top to bottom or bottom to top, however you decide. Again, duct tape is a good thing to have. And just make sure, guys, you also have gas masks. A lot of gas masks can handle, civilian gas masks can handle this shit. And then there's some gases that it can't, and you need like a biosuit. And you're probably not going to, you probably could get one of those. If you look into Mira Safety, that's MIRA Safety, look into them. I actually knew the guy. The guy used to be a part of the NYC Preppers group. Do yourself a favor, head over to his website. He's got a lot of good shit out there now. So, Dan Phillips, I am packing pumpkin spam as a weapon. You put that thing in a nylon sock and wing that thing around. You could take some heads off with that thing. But anyway, yeah, guys. Again, start thinking about sheltering in place as if it's a nuclear fallout outside, right? The only thing that you wouldn't be able to have, like I know some people have like Geiger counters for radiation. You won't be able to have any kind of meter reading unless you pay money for one of those. And even then, you got to know what you're doing with those meters that read certain chemicals, right? So, and that's a lot. That's a lot to look into. So, and yes, somebody just said at Chuck Norris Gun Club, spare filters for your gas mask. That's what you're also going to need. Now, hopefully, guys, you seal up your house, you seal up your vents, you don't turn the AC on at all. Use a fan inside the home. Try to use your solar generator power banks to run things in the home. You're not going to use your. You could use your generator outside. I guess it wouldn't affect it too much, unless it was a corrosive gas. Then, if it was corrosive gas, you're probably going to lose the generator outside, and you're probably going to lose a lot of other shit with a corrosive gas. Again, guys, we haven't seen, at least in our lifetime, we haven't seen anything too bad when it comes to chemical spill. When I mean that, I'm talking about like a corrosive gas that's eating through homes or eating through tires or just killing people on the spot kind of deal. We haven't seen that yet. Not saying that we should or I want to. I'm just saying, you know, but you should be prepared for worst case scenario. You know, so worst case scenario, guys. I mean, that's what we again, preppers is what we do. We should be always ready for worst case scenario, right? And I mean, the ultimate worst case scenario is dying, obviously. Mad Chad, yes, exhaust fans as well. Cover those up too. Listen, guys, and you should know where the drafts are in your home. Like if you have a wall that has like a crack or some shit, make sure you cover that up. Make sure if you can cover it from the outside and the inside, you win. If you have that time, if you have the time to cover both in and out, then do so. Counter stream the next bug out event walk. I'm probably going to schedule in the next couple of weeks. It's been so warm outside. It's been insanely warm outside. So the next bug out walk event is probably going to be in the next couple of weeks. The next bug out weekend, you got to talk to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival about that. I think he said he's looking to do one in March or April. I hope he does one in March. I hope he does another cold weather one. Because you can learn a lot about yourself in cold weather, and you can learn a lot about your gear in cold weather, right? Also, guys, as far as gas masks go, I don't know if they make any for pets, and if they do, I think that would be extremely hard. I don't think they do. I know they make them for kids, so try to get your kids, mask as well. Don't try to fancy one for your pet. Unfortunately, guys, if you have to leave and you have to go outside and outside's contaminated, your pet's probably not going to make it, right? JP said you can't purify you're right. I don't. If anybody said that, JP is right. You can't purify the area completely. You can minimize the amount of toxins coming in. Also, if the lockdown or the shelter in place is going to last a while, it is right now, good to get yourself some house plants. Indoor plants that need minimal light that are also good with creating oxygen in the air or cleaning the air in your house or apartment, wherever you live. Spider plants is one of them. That's a good plant to have indoors. Needs minimal light and it's good at scrubbing the air, right? So you want to get plants that are going to also scrub the air as well. Again, you're trying to use every avenue you can to clean the air, and that's just for you guys breathing one another in and out in an apartment, in a tight spot, or in a house. House is not that bad, but in an apartment it is, especially if you live in a small apartment. You're going to want a plant that's going to clean the air. Ivy plant, Loretta said it cleans the air as well. I know there's a list of them, and I forgot. But actually, I'm a fucking liar. I didn't forget. Well, I did forget, but hold on. I had a fucking list of plants. Can't find it. Of course I can't find it. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I found the list of indoor plants that are good for cleaning the air and are low light. ZZ plant is one of them. Spider plant, like I said before. Chinese evergreen. Snake plant. Dumb cane. Peace lily. Bird's nest fern. I can never pronounce this one. Arrowhead plant. And philodendrons. Philodendrons? Philodendron. I'm pretty sure I fucked that up too, but you know what I mean. So again, guys, these are plants that you could have now in your home that's going to help you clean the air inside, and it just creates. And some of these plants, actually, guys, are Andrea Wimmer. I'm not ignoring you. I just can't read them all. So I do. Oh, she said English ivy, day trick. I can't read that one. Corn plant and spider plant. All right. So she did name the same plants. So again, guys, these are good plants to have, and they're also good at cleaning the air at night, just in your room. You know, like when you're sleeping. You know, these plants are just good to have. So again, they don't. These plants, guys, don't only need to be for the apocalypse or a lockdown or a nuclear event or a chemical attack or a chemical event. These are just good to have in your house, especially when you're sleeping. A lot of these plants are good at cleaning the air while you sleep, right? And some of these plants even create oxygen. So they're good to have, and you should definitely look into them. There's so many plants. That was just a list of the 7 that I got. I also had another list of plants, but and it was more. It was a little more in depth, but I can't find that now. Nor am I going to, because that was a long time, right? Those plants. Hold on, let's see if I can find the other list. Because why the fuck not? Well, maybe I can't. Whatever. But you got the list, and a lot of the what you call it are going to. Okay, Dan Rose said mirror safety has masks for animals. Thank you for that update, um, Dan Rose. And guys, if you have plants that you also know good for the air and going to clean, just leave them in the chat so other people can read it as well. I do appreciate that. Alexander the Great, I have this feeling that like we're going to see something bad, but I think a lot of us are going to be okay. Right? I think that too. I think a lot of us are going to be able to weather the storm. And I think the people who won't be able to weather the storm, well, those are the people who are ready. JP said animals could be a food source as well if it's a last resort. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm not eating my dog. Now, granted, I'm saying that right now because I'm not hungry, but I I don't think that's what you call it. It's not an option. It's not an option. So, I know some of you are bringing up Teddy Rose. Why was it in Langhorne? I have family in Langhorne. That's why. So, and then my mother, she lives here, but she likes hanging out there as well because of family. And, when I took her out to lunch, I was sitting in the diner, and everybody in the diner was fucking 1,000 years old. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Obviously my mother's in her 70s, and everybody else was like from the Vietnam War era and Civil War. I was like, holy shit. And I'm 45. I was the youngest fucking guy in there. Actually, no, a baby walked in, and the baby was like 6 weeks old. That was the youngest person in the diner. And then I think I had to be number 2. But everybody else in there fucking shook hands with Abraham Lincoln and or George Washington. And yeah, I know, 2 different time periods. So just imagine. Um, you know, it was that old in that fucking restaurant. I was like, holy shit. If they had a remake of Cocoon, they can go to this fucking restaurant and just fucking pick out the cast. It was just like, holy shit. Whatever. I mean, there were a lot of vets in there. Vietnam vets actually. There were a lot of Vietnam vets, and they look like they're the last of the vets, Vietnam vets. But yeah, it was pretty old in there, man. Listen. I thought they were gonna whip out bingo cards and start having a bingo party. I started like, let's get the fuck out of here, mom. Let's go. It's just gonna fucking get. And then I felt like I was getting old. It was like a time warp. Not even a time warp. It was like the old people were sucking your energy or my youth energy out of me, what little I have left. Again, like in Cocoon, when they jumped in the water and they were sucking the energy out of that alien, I felt like they were doing that shit to me. It's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here before I start eating fucking pudding and talking about Golden Girls, right? So we left. But, it was, it's an old town. And I know so many people are like, I live over there. Then you're old. I'm only 35. You're fucking old 35. But anyway, guys, with that being said, yeah, Blue Vandal, my back started hurting. I started looking for my slippers. I was like, where's my slippers? I could have sworn my shirt was turning into a fucking a denim shirt. I was like, the fuck is going on in here? And why am I turning old, I felt like I walked out and I aged fucking 20 years. I was like, what the fuck just happened? You could have. I mean, listen, man. You could have fucking. You could have stopped an old person. They would have told you their life story. Like, you know, what it was. It was like a senior citizen home, but a restaurant. That's what it was like. I was like, holy shit, am I really the youngest person in here? Am I the orderly or am I fucking a customer? What the fuck's going on? It was like a Twilight Zone. But anyway, um, guys, so sheltering in place. It's definitely going to be it definitely can be something, right? So for people who were sitting there talking about, I'm never gonna bug out. Fuck no. This is my home. I'm not going anywhere. Well, guess what, fucko? Unless you want a third dick and a fucking an extra nipple and an eye growing in the back of your head, you're gonna have to go. Uh, Cat Lady Homestead, 23. Happy birthday. She said today's her birthday. She's 48. So, yeah, you're definitely gonna have to fucking get out of there, guys. You're gonna have to fucking bug out, and everybody needs a bug out plan. Everybody needs a bug out plan. Whether you have to execute it or not, it's irrelevant. Just have a plan. That's all, guys. That's all I'm suggesting. I'm only suggesting this shit. Yeah, so Cat Lady Homestead, it's her birthday today. She is 48. What are you gonna have? A pudding cake for your birthday? Dude, I'm telling you, it's like after 45, it's all fucking downhill. Adriana, if you don't have a bug out plan, think of a bug out plan or a place to bug out. Adriana, if you don't have a place to bug out, you're gonna have to find one. Now, Adriana, you can email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. I know that, or Jason at nycprepper.com or preppers.com. Sorry. Email me at there as well. And then we can talk about bug out plans and where to go. And listen, guys, if you don't have a place to bug out, dude, just fucking go and figure it out later, right? Let it come back. Let it come back. Let that portion be the last thing you have to worry about. Just get out of harm's way now, right? Christian Prepper said he turns 50, not 15, 50 March 16th, 6th. March 6th. That's in a couple days. Well, actually, it's like 2 weeks. I want to bug out, but the idea of eating the bugs is disgusting. Eating the bugs? I guess. Yeah, guys. Squirrel, you definitely need more Advils after 45. I'm like, seriously, man. I was like, it's fucking bad. Once you turn 40, yo, that whole that invincible shit when you were younger, we're like, I'm invincible, I could do this, I could do that. Yo, it starts to fucking dwindle. Now, when I was in the firehouse, I was taking any challenges from these young guys, especially when it came to lifting. But there's one challenge I won't take anymore, and that's running. I'm out on fucking running, man. I can't run for fucking shit. I fucking, I'm slow. Counter Stream said, did you know scientists determined the Keratin Event happened every 150, 200 years? We will supposedly have one in the next 40 years. We shall see. Listen, Counter-Stream, we might have one earlier. The sun's acting up. The sun's doing some weird fucking sun shit. So, listen, I'm always waiting for that. I'm always waiting for the sun to do its thing. I'm waiting for an asteroid to come fucking out of fucking nowhere. I'm waiting for a black hole to rip a hole in the time continuum here on Earth. Like, we're ready for it all, man. We're all squared away. My plants and my good fucking bed socks, I'll be ready for fucking whatever comes our way. Crappy Chancellor, when am I getting a life alert? Soon, man. My first fall is when I get the life alert. When I have to call the fire department because I'm on the fucking floor. Shit. James Starkey turns 55 tomorrow. James Starkey's birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday, James Starkey, if I said that right. Happy early birthday. So, yeah, man. Hey, Paul from Eugene. Judgment Day will be everybody's birthday. That's all I have to say. Get it before you. Oops says, get it before you fall. Yo, you know what's funny? I still laugh at those commercials. Those, I fall and can't get up. I just think it's. I don't know if it's the lady that because she fell, or it's the terrible acting of the lady on the floor going, "I fallen, can't get up." I'm like, man, that's fucking bad. Now, I'm not saying she should be an Academy Award winning actress, but still, man. Don't call me sir. Yes, I do still CrossFit. Getting back to it, the last 2 weeks, man, I've just been on a fucking not. I mean, I've been dieting still, but I haven't been able to actually work out the way I want to. I've been doing a rubber band workout. Listen, I am fucking a year and a half away from working out in the pool with old people. You know the aerobics they do in the water when they're like, do this, on the water, and fucking the water's supposed to contract it, whatever the fuck water does, or the water aerobics does. I'm like fucking a year and a half away from doing that. I'm like, forget CrossFit. I'm gonna work out in the pool with Gertrude and Ruth. Those are the two people I'll be working out. A Jitterbug phone? Jaleesa, what the hell's a Jitterbug phone? Now I gotta look that up. I'm fucking curious. Never heard of that. Jitterbug phone? Is that the phone with the big ass numbers? Like so that you can see from space? It's gotta be it. Brian, I'm probably gonna get a Little Rascal scooter. But you can probably get a package deal. You could probably get a Little Rascal scooter with a life alert, right? And a lifetime of bingo cards and those little that marker thing they use for bingo. Probably get a lifetime of that shit with your fucking life alert and your fucking Rascal scooter. Oh, and that thing that takes you up the stairs. Though I don't have stairs here, but that'll probably work too. The thing that takes fucking 50 minutes to go one flight of stairs. Old Mutt said, make friends to bug out with. Yes. My birthday's tomorrow the 17th. James Starkey says, birthday's tomorrow the 17th. Colleen, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Wolfgang says, don't make fun of old people. I will make fun of old people. And I will continue. Because I'm circling that fucking drain. That's why. It's amazing, man. It's just like when you're young and you look at your parents as old, and then you make when we're young, we make these fucking shitty comments about being old. And then you get old and your kids start making fucking comments. You're like, motherfucker, it's like the circle of life. You broke your parents' balls when they were older than you, and they were in their 30s at the time. When we were looking at them as old timers. Now they're super old. They're in their 70s and shit. Yes, man. And Billy H. is, what's the deal with all these chemical spills? So Billy H. As of right now, there's only 2 chemical spills. There was the nitric acid and then the Ohio. Those are the 2 that were confirmed spills. The other 3 weren't. And the thing in Florida right now is just a fire. And it's a plant. So, I mean, that could be coincidental. And it's actually a nursery. It's actually a nursery that made plastic plant pots. Right? And and that portion caught fire. So, listen, guys, there are freak accidents. I know that as preppers, every time some shit happens, we're like, what the fuck was that? You kidding me? And then 2 more things happen. We connect dots and we start making, shit that sounds right. But listen, this all could be a coincidence, or it could all be fucking planned. Chris Crusader said, Jason, can your code name be Chocolate Spam? No. Shut the front door. Yeah, and the other thing is I'm dropping weight, but I looked in the mirror today and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that my body? What the fuck happened to my body? I felt like all just fat and discombobulated. I'm just like, ugh. I was so fucking disgusted with my own fucking image in the mirror. I almost broke the fucking mirror. I was like, yo, fuck this and fuck that. Who is that guy? It was like, so, and after looking in the mirror, I'm like, yo, I'm going on a super strict diet now. I'm going to have fucking bread and water every day for 2 weeks until I look like, what's his name in the fucking pianist, right? Adrian Brody. I'm going to fucking go all the way, man. You guys are gonna be like, is that the angry prepper? Or is that fucking angry Mobutu? Why is he so fucking skinny? He looks like an Ethiopian. You guys are gonna be like, you guys are not even gonna recognize me. Yo, I just said, I looked in the mirror. I was like, what the fuck? It's like more fat than muscle, man. I was like, this is bullshit. Nacho said no bread. All right, maybe I won't eat bread. It'll be water and Triscuits. Is that better? Forget about it. You should sponsor spam. Angry Spam said I should sponsor spam. Yeah, I mean the working out I got to do. I mean, like I'm talking about tomorrow morning. Pack on the back, go for a fucking walk, then hit the gym, right? I don't know, fucking all kinds of shit's gonna go down, man. I'm gonna go on a hunger strike for world peace. Maybe I'll do that shit. I will starve myself until there's world peace, because that fucking always works. Yes, I know vegetable, brown rice, water. I gotta turn into a fucking rabbit to lose weight. But the what you call it has been helping out. The intermittent fasting has been helping out. Now, you know what's funny about diets? I know this is way off subject. This is not prepper related at all. But like when you look at the keto diet, when you look at the carnivore diet, when you look at what is it, vegan diet, vegetarian diets, they all have drawbacks, and I'm learning that now because they looked at what you call it, and they were like, oh, you shouldn't do intermittent fasting because it could hurt your, and then they named a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Not intermittent fasting. Sorry, Jersey Prepper. Intermittent fasting. And it's where you don't eat for a large number of hours, which is easy. If you keep yourself busy from the time you wake up till, let's say, noon, 1 o'clock, you'll be fine. But yeah, it's not intimate fasting. You're not getting intimate with fasting of your food, but whatever. Don't forget your cane. I'll get my fucking cane later. I should have a walker at this point. Yo, I'm telling you right now, that restaurant with the old people, you should have seen the equipment that was in there. And when I mean equipment, I'm talking about the wheelchairs, the walkers, the canes that collapse, the walkers that collapse, the walkers where people put the tennis balls on the front so it slides across the ground easier. Holy shit, man. It was just like technology in that sense has not fucking moved, has not changed. Technology for babies has skyrocketed, guys. You can get like all kinds of cool shit when you have a newborn baby. You can get monitors where you can monitor your baby from like space. You got fucking all these cool little gadget machines the baby can lay in and it can be interactive with the baby, right? And those things are cool. But with old people, this shit has not fucking advanced. Wheelchairs, walkers, and canes, right? So that shit stays the same. But for babies, it just gets cool. And I'm not having any more kids because I'm too fucking old. But yeah. In 6 months. Oh yeah, so Dan Phillips, I should be out of here a little sooner than that. You know, I just gotta you know what's weird is every time I start making headway with certain things, some shit happens. And so I refuse to let it like browbeat me and get me down and like, oh, I gotta stay here. Like I really don't want to fucking stay here. I gotta fucking bounce. I gotta move. Even if I move just across the line to Westchester, at least I'm out of the city for starters. Oh shit, my gray beard. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna shake. Mirror, the crime in New York City is still the same. It's still fucking out of control. Matter of fact, it's so bad right now that the theft in New York City is so high that even Eric Adams is like, "What the fuck, man? How are we gonna handle this problem?" Because unfortunately, guys, it's not New York. It's not New York City. It's New York State that made these laws. So Eric Adams, and I hate to side with him, but his hands are tied. There probably loop around, and things he could do and not do, but his hands are tied. And so with New York State, Kathy Hochul making the rules she's making, criminals are getting away with everything. Now it's gotten so bad that theft has gotten so bad that stores have to shut down and people are losing their jobs because the shit's impeding on them. The theft is so high that companies are losing so much money that they got to fucking either close the store down and people are losing their jobs once they fucking Close the store down. Nothing's impossible. Yes, it's still moving out of the city. Going the wrong direction, not north, must go south. J. Myers, no, you're right. I just want to get out of the city. Let me get out of the city and I'll figure it out from there. Jordan Landry, do I think nuclear war is coming? I think we're going to see a nuke being used. Do I think we're going to see nuclear war? I would like to say no, because the the totality of nuclear war, everybody understands what that is. Everyone. So I can't see somebody of a sound mind or even a partially sound mind going, guys, let's go nuclear. I can't see it. Though Putin says it all the time, but I don't even think he's going to fucking pull the trigger. You know, I think we will see a nuke used in like Europe somewhere, but I don't think we'll. I don't think we'll see a nuclear war. I think we're going to see something else that's going to put us at odds, but I don't think we're going to see a nuclear war. At the very least, I hope we don't see a nuclear war. Because the nuclear war, guys, that then that's like Mad Max shit. I got my Mad Max fucking costume, if you will, all picked out and ready to rock and roll, man. But yeah. Made in America. Nukes can hit anywhere. I would like. I know I did a video where there was a guy who said there was a general that said that nukes won't hit the cities first. They will disarm military bases, but military bases that have capabilities to respond. That's what the first strike would be. Now, if China and Russia launch together, they're going to hit both military bases and cities, the big cities first, right? You hit the big cities first, and you hit the secondary, smaller cities. Towns and shit like that will probably escape the actual blast, but probably no one will escape the fallout, right? Like no one around the world will escape the fallout. But, again, or there can be an EMP, right? The EMP could set us all back. I think an EMP might be worse than nuke, just because the amount of damage that it's going to create with people and for people, right? I don't know. No nuke, UTS just BS. Lewis said Poland most likely first. I would have thought Ukraine, but I don't know. You're right. Could be Poland, right? Isn't Poland pissing off Russia now? Everybody's pissing off Russia, according to Russia. Well, Chuck Norris Gun Club, a nuke, when we talk about nukes, we're talking about on the ground or ground level explosion or aerial burst. In EMP, they have a device or a missile that can detonate EMP, which doesn't have the nuclear capabilities. So there is two. And Russia supposedly has enough missiles to knock us back into the fucking Stone Age. Again, we don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. That's just what he said, right? Yeah, multiple attacks at once would make sense, at least on this country and the UK. But again, they don't know. Trust me, we've already been scoped for an EMP. Jersey Prepper. I mean, listen, EMP is nothing new. Everybody knows everybody's weaknesses and capabilities with an EMP, right? So when the Chinese balloon thing, for example, people are looking at that and they were like, oh man, that thing is going to scope us out for EMP attack. We have already been scoped out for EMP, nuclear attacks, you name it, long time ago. They're not doing anything new now and people are like, oh, well, that's been already in the making. We know what our capabilities are in other countries and what we can knock out and the effects of other countries. And that EMP Commission report, guys, that the EMP Commission Committee put together about an EMP affecting the United States, that report circulated around the world, right? And I'm pretty sure Russia and China have one as well. And we have it, or we can access it as well. So this is not anything new. Like people are like, well, the balloons are to launch missiles. Why would the fucking balloons launch missiles or drop missiles? Sorry, when you have a device that would absolutely get here quicker than a balloon. It just doesn't make sense to me. Food bar. Listen, I don't see boots on the ground here, but I wouldn't be surprised. right? I don't see boots on the ground, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I mean, listen, you can't fit. You know, I mean, like what a Chinese people like little people. You could fit like a million of them on a boat. So I mean, yeah, the boat, runs ashore somewhere, and they all jump out, fucking hiya, and running down the fucking, scattering around America, getting us. I know that they are sneaking in the border. I know Chinese nationals are getting caught at the border. That article or an article came out a week ago about that. So yeah, man. It can definitely happen. The thing is, guys, we should be ready for most of it, if not all of it. The only thing we cannot be ready for is something from outer space. And if it's something large enough from outer space, we can't be ready for that. Unfortunately, we have to take that shit on the chin, man. You know. But yeah, man, it's definitely going to be an interesting year. I think the next few years are going to be interesting. I know what we all say. Well, 2023 is going to be an interesting year. I think um, we're going to see a very interesting couple of years, and that's just what it is. Um, we just got to keep our fucking panties on, guys, because it will be what it is. We will be ready for it, or we won't be. So, guys, do me a favor if you do not mind, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Again, whatever floats your boat. Um, again, it helps out with the algorithm. It helps out with the channel and all this other bullshit. Also, don't forget to visit other preppers' YouTube channels like Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, uh, Alexandra the Great, Northern Girl Hobbies. Check out their channels. And if other channels that you guys want me to give a shout out to, I will. If the guy's a dick, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not giving dick face morons shout outs anymore. But yeah, just drop it in the chat, and then I'll keep it in mind the next time. What time is it? Oh my god, that fucking hour went by pretty fast. Well, almost an hour. Oh yes, also Prepper Nurse One. Prepper Nurse One is they've been fucking hammering him. Pinball preparedness is another one. They've been fucking hammering him. And my Prepper, visit his channel as well. Roundtable with CP. That's probably never gonna happen. In the end days, you won't know the season. In the end days, you won't know the season. That makes sense. That means nuclear war, then, right? Well, that doesn't mean nuclear war, but because you can also have a meteor smash into the planet, some of us still survive, and the fucking cloud or dust blocks out the sun, right? Prepper Now, yes, Prepper Now is another channel you should. I gotta visit some of these channels. Like I haven't been on Prepper Now's channel in a little while. I've just been so fucking busy. Lead Farmer 73, I heard is really good. I haven't been on his channel in a while. Are you worried about the fumes coming to New York City? Caribou, no. I'm not worried about the fumes coming to New York City. Um, not at all. Yeah, I know what you meant. And you meant fumes. I'm not worried about it either. Bear Independent is another channel you guys should definitely check out. I think Refuge Medical, they have a channel now on YouTube. I think you can check them out. Um, let's see. Nomad Prepper, never heard of him. Nomad Prepper 2. Maybe I did. I don't know, man. Hudson Valley, yes, we should do another round table. I know that we did a small version. I definitely want to invite women to the next round table, especially what's going on, because I like to get a female's perspective on this kind of shit. Because I'm curious. Because guys, like, when we did the little surprise thing last Saturday, we were like all over the place and we were just shooting the shit. But I like to know what women, in this realm think. Because yes, guys, men and women are very different. No, we are not the same. And no, men cannot give birth to babies. That just can't happen. I saw something online that were like, man gives birth to baby. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Fuck it. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road. It's just going to piss me off. Appalachian Homestead. I haven't seen Appalachian Homestead in a while. Vision Preparedness is another one you should definitely visit as well. Yeah, I definitely want to do, because again, I think, I think women just have different fucking. Yes, apparently, Erica, apparently men can menstruate now. I'm like, I don't recall the last time I was bleeding out of my vagina or my dick for that matter. So, You know, I was stumbled. I was actually stumped on it. It was one of those math projects or math, arithmetics that just never fucking figure themselves out. Let's talk prepping with Linda. You should definitely head over to her channel as well. Like and subscribe to that. But yeah, when they tell you, oh, you could menstruate too. No, the fuck I can't. I'm like, I'm seriously sitting there thinking, how the fuck is that possible? Why do these people think that? I don't know. I do not know. What I don't know. Arcophia? Jaleesa, am I saying that right? Arcophia. Oh, My Mother's Spark, another channel you should definitely head over. Canadian Pepper menstruates every day. Creekmore. I like Creekmore isn't bad. I haven't watched his videos in a while. Alaskan Prepper. What was the other one? Ballistic or Ballistic Alaskan? Shit, I forgot his name. I haven't seen his channel in a while either. Prepper Princess is another one. She's been moody lately, Prepper Princess. At least the last couple of videos that I saw from her a while back, she seemed moody. But I think we all go through moody bullshit every now and again. MD Creekmore. I reached out to MD Creekmore a couple times. Never got back to me. I don't think I would. I'm a fan of his. I get this because of the type of person he is. I don't think we would jive just because I'm a dick and he's not a dick, so it doesn't go well. City Prepper is another one. Urban Prepper, Southern Prepper 1. I like Southern Prepper 1 and his information. If it's the same guy. Yes, it is the same guy I'm thinking of. Polar Patriot. That's what I get out of him. I get that. That's why I don't, I reached out to him twice and never heard back from him. Listen, what's her name? Survival Lily. She's another one. She's fucking, I reached out to her and she tried to play the I don't speak English bullshit. I was like, oh, you spoke English just well with Canadian Prepper. But when it came to me, she was like, I don't know English, yeah. I was like, lady, knock it off. I was like, whatever, man. Black Scout Survival is a good one, too. All right, thank you, Hudson. 2 minutes, 10-4. But yeah, listen, guys, I don't have any problems pulling my punches. I will fucking tell you what I think of certain people. Hoarder nurse wants a fake prepper. Okay. What the hell is the Max? Is that a YouTube channel? Exile Armory. Oops said Exile Armory. If anybody ever heard him. Autumn Prepper. Did she change the name from Autumn Backyard Garden to Autumn Prepper? Yeah, listen, Polar Patriot is like dropping. He's fucking calling everybody out. But listen, I don't have. Mac is clickbait. Max is clickbait. All right. Listen, if you took the shot and all that shit, that makes you a drone in my book. It does. And it also makes it that you believe any bullshit you're told. But I can't hold it against everyone, and I can't hold it against certain people for taking a shot. It is what it is, guys. I think it's Autumn's Homestead. Is it Autumn Homestead or Autumn Prepper or Autumn's Backyard Garden? I can't keep up with these fucking name changes. Like Alpine Preparedness, right? What was it? It was Vancity Prepper or was it Alpine Prepper? Alpine Preparedness or Alpine Prepper? She changed the name. I can never remember which one it is. But she's another channel. Whichever one it is, you should visit. Sensible Prepper is another one. I was supposed to contact him, Sensible Prepper. Doug and are you fucking people making this up right now? Doug and Stacy Prepping? Is that a real channel? October? Because it don't sound very fucking real. Doug and Stacy Prepping. Goshen Prepper? Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, Goshen Prepper. I think I've heard of that one before. Self-Sufficient Me? The Fat, is that real? Or are you making that one up too? I can't fucking decide. I'm going to have to look some of these people up. What's an Amish channel? I hate when you guys do that. Doug and Stacy is legit. All right, Jim Jones, thank you for the backup. All right, so Doug and Stacy's a real channel. All right, guys, sorry. It didn't sound legit. Doug and Stacy prepping, it just sounds fake. Fake. But anyway, All right, I'll check them out when I get a chance. Tom and Jerry. See that, and then Mike Scott drops Tom and Jerry Preppy. So Doctor Doctor Prepper, please tell me that's not a real one. Skinny Jeans Prepper. Chuck Norris Gun Club. See, Off Grid. Doug and Stacy. Okay, Doug and Stacy's real good. So I guess they're real too. I'm sorry, guys. Some of these people sound fake. I'm sorry. I mean, listen, they could say the same about me. The Angry Prepper. What kind of fucking stupid channel name is that, you know? But, yeah, some of these people sound fake. Sleepy Gonzalez Prepping. Beer Belly Prepper. Yeah, if I don't fucking start dieting, listen, guys. Again, with a real quick thing about beer bellies and dieting and getting fat. This is a thing for guys and probably guys only. Yeah, maybe women. But if you cannot see your dick anymore because your stomach is in the way, you have to start losing weight. If you can't see Mr. Winky anymore, it's time to lose weight. I think the same goes for women. If your stomach and you can't see your hoo-ha or your vagina anymore, it's time to fucking lose weight, guys. You want to be able to see that again, you know, at the very least. You want to be able to look down and go, oh, it's still there, you know? So you got to keep that in mind. When you start going, okay, I'm a little heavy, you go, all right, you look down and go, but I can still see it. But when you can't see it anymore, you got to go you got to go to the gym. You got to go to the gym, you got to run in a circle, you got to do something, all right? You got to do something. So, yeah. When Mr. Winky is gone, that's the time to hit the gym. Also, real quick, last one I had to mention. The Last of Us. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now. Popular Prepper or Popular Preparedness is another channel that you guys should visit as well. The Last of Us. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to hear this from me first. The show is officially done. Officially done. After this season, I'm not going to watch season 2. I'm just not. They are already lining up that girl, the ugly kid, Bella Ramsey, whatever her name is. They're already lining her up to be genderless in this next season. They're introducing a transgender character, which a transgender character I could sort of get by on, but this transgender character doesn't have a gender. And they go by there. The other problem with a transgender character in the end of the world shows, guys, is that they cannot exist because there's no medication for them to take in that scenario. But yet the writer, who I found out is part of the Rainbow Coalition, he's going to try to write in more of these fucking LGBT characters next season. So, if you are watching if you're watching The Last of Us, not The Story of Us, The Last of Us, enjoy this last season, guys, because it's done. Bella Ramsey is talking about, I don't want to be gendered anymore, so they're probably going to write that bullshit in season 2. They're gonna fucking screw up season 2. I already see it. The writing's on the fucking wall. Anyway, with that, guys, we're going to head over to the Angry Truth channel, and we're gonna carry on with the antics over there. I will see a lot of you guys over there, and if not, the rest of you that don't come over, good night, and thank you for following me. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate it.